Hello and welcome to another Singing Chef video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a proper classic egg fried rice just like the takeaway. There is a few ingredients that are absolutely essential, so we'll get into the video in just a moment, but before we do, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of my upcoming videos. Let's cook.
Hi and welcome to another Singing Chef video. Today we're going to be doing some egg fried rice, and this is a classic takeaway rice dish. You can absolutely make this your own, but this is how they would make it in the takeaway, and there's a few ingredients that are absolutely essential to getting that takeaway flavour, and I'm going to run you through some of those ingredients in just a moment. But over here we've got some pre-cooked normal rice. Now I've used jasmine rice, but you can use any rice you want, but you kind of want either jasmine or long grain rice. Okay, I wouldn't advise using basmati because it's got a different flavour and texture entirely, and this is specifically sort of designed for frying. Okay, so this has been in the fridge for about 6 hours, but you can make rice the day before, and sometimes using day-old rice is the best way to go for this. You don't want anything that's hot. Okay, so when you pre-cook your rice, you want to make sure that it's completely cold before you use it to fry. Okay, if you use it while it's still steaming hot, you're just going to get a load of mushy mess, and you don't want that from fried rice. Okay, you want a real good cold rice, preferably a day old, and the results will be absolutely fantastic. So we'll run through the ingredients. So we've got in here 3 eggs beaten. Okay, we've got some sesame oil here. We've got some oyster sauce. We've got some light soy sauce, and we've got some dark soy sauce. Okay, so the dark soy sauce is just to give you that lovely sort of colour, because fried rice typically from a takeaway is normally quite dark, and that's going to give us that lovely dark colour to our rice. The light soy sauce is there for the saltiness, for the seasoning. The oyster sauce is just there for a bit of depth of flavour. You can leave that out, it's not essential. You don't need to use the oyster sauce, but I find it adds that really lovely savoury flavour. And obviously we've got some sesame oil there, and that again just gives you a lovely sort of aromatic finish, in my opinion, and it's classically used. So one other ingredient that we are going to be mentioning today is of course MSG. Right, now there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, and I've said this before in another video where we used it. It's absolutely essential if you want that takeaway flavour. Okay, if you do fried rice at home, if you've tried doing fried rice at home and you still think this doesn't taste like takeaway, that is the reason why, because you're not using that. Okay, that is what gives you a really typical takeaway umami Moorish loveliness. Okay, that is the trick to fried rice. Okay, absolutely, and you only want a pinch of it. All right, it's not as bad as people have made it out to be. I've watched so many documentaries on it, and it really isn't that bad. All right, so please don't worry about using a bit of MSG every now and again in your Chinese cooking, because it's absolutely fine, and you really will notice a difference in the flavour of the food. Because basically MSG, just in short, is a flavour enhancer. It's not a seasoning. All right, it's not like salt or sugar. It's a flavour enhancer. All right, and that is the only way that you can describe it. So highly recommend, go down to your Asian stores and grab yourself a pack of that stuff if you're going to be doing your Chinese cooking, because it's absolutely essential for that flavour. So without further ado, we're going to get our pan hot, and I'm going to walk you through the steps of making this lovely, gorgeous takeaway fried rice. Alright, okay, so we've got our pan hot. We've got about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil in our pan. I'm just using a normal sort of shallow fry pan, but you can absolutely use a wok. So we've got 3 beaten eggs in here. Okay, this is roughly for about 2 people. All the measurements for everything will be below in the description box. So we just want to cook our egg. So once our egg is cooked, we can now remove that from the pan. Right, so nice clean pan. We've cooked our egg. We're going to add another 2 tablespoons roughly of just normal vegetable oil. Don't use olive oil for this. We don't want any other flavours getting involved. Okay, we need a good sort of high smoking point oil, and vegetable oil is the one for wok frying. You can use sunflower oil, any neutral oil will do. Okay, so we're on a nice medium to high heat here. As I said before, this is roughly for about 2 portions of egg fried rice. Quite important to not overcrowd the pan, alright? You want enough room in there so you can get all your rice moving around. If there is a little bit sort of stuck together, which it does tend to do if it's been in the fridge, it will slowly sort of separate as you start moving things around. Okay, so I've just been mixing this now on here for about sort of 2 minutes. And once you've given it sort of 2 minutes in the pan on its own, we can then start to add our other bits and pieces. So I've got some sugar here, and you want just a little pinch. Don't have to, but I quite like it. You want to get a little bit of salt in there. Again, entirely up to you how much you use. I'm putting just a nice little generous pinch in because you kind of need it in there with rice. We then want to return our egg to the pan that we cooked a moment ago. Right, so that's now nicely incorporated in with the rice. Then we can add our sauce. So it's 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce, half a teaspoon of sesame oil, and 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, okay? Again, all of the measurements will be in the description box below the video. Really important now to start getting things really incorporated and mixed in. See how the rice is going a lovely sort of fried dark colour now. Typical takeaway egg fried rice is definitely in the making now. At this stage we can get a little bit of our MSG in there. Again, entirely how much you want to put in there is up to you. I'm just going a couple of nice little pinches. It will make this dish incredible, I can promise you that. I like my fried rice a little bit crispy, so you want to get that heat really going in there, but keep it moving. Completely optional, but I like a few little chopped scallions in there. You can add a little bit of meat to this if you wanted to make it like a special fried rice. You could add some prawns, you could add some vegetables, some chopped peppers, some chopped green beans would be quite nice, but this is classic fried rice. Obviously if your tossing stills are good, you can give it a little flip around if you want. So I've been stir frying that now for about 3 minutes, and that is pretty much ready to serve up now. And there we have it, guys, the beautiful Chinese takeout style fried rice. Absolutely beautiful. You've got lovely, gorgeous savoury flavours going on in there. And I can assure you, now you know the secrets, you'll be making this time and time again. And unfortunately, your takeaway will lose just that little bit more money. But try it yourself, homemade, takeout style egg fried rice.